Yo, what's up guys? Dae'Jon back again with another video. Welcome back to my financial life. This is just a little series that I'm doing on my channel where I talk about personal finance and anything that has to do with money or what I'm learning with money, and I want to share it with you guys. So, hope you like this content, and yeah, let's just get into it. Living below your means, essentially is spending less than what you earn, So, people would say like, if you spend everything that you make, well, you ain't gonna have no money. So guys, I think it's important for us to prioritize, finding ways to cut back on our expenditures. So when you think about money, you do want to think about your money in, proportions. When you get paid, you might want to pay yourself first. Then you might want to spend your money on food, your utilities, your rent, transportation, everything that you need to survive. Those are your basic living expenses. And then we have, other expenditures, like Netflix, or we got some other subscriptions, Hulu, Spotify, Apple Music. And I really think it's important for us to think about what our wants and our needs are, So once you can differentiate what your wants and your needs are, it becomes a little bit easier to find ways to cut back. Now, I'm not going to just say it's totally easy. Anyone can just it's cut back on any of their spending. Sure, let me just not pay my rent, but obviously it's going to work differently for different people. But I truly believe that if you are diligent and if you are really looking into where your money's going, you can find even the smallest little ways to just save a couple of dollars. I personally don't have cable where I'm living right now with my roommates, but we do have Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. That is our only form of TV. You're paying for cable, and then you also have Hulu as well, or Netflix. Then you might want to consider maybe it's evaluating if paying for your cable is the wisest thing. Is it really worth it to pay for TV when you're also paying for other subscriptions? So that's one way you can cut costs. It's kind of straightforward. You live below your means, and you just try to find ways to spend less than what you make, guys. So try prioritizing paying yourself first, and then just finding ways to cut back in the smallest steps. And the smallest steps can create the biggest results. And I actually really believe that, y'all. That if you found ways to cut back on smaller expenditures, you can find yourself saving a lot of money in the meantime. And then that money that you realize you didn't know you were spending, you can throw that into more savings. You can increase your savings. You can throw that money into the stock market. Even put that money towards your retirement accounts, or if you have kids, you could put that money into your kids' savings accounts or custodial accounts if you guys want to do that. I think it's really crazy that we live in a society now where they put a lot of value or focus into you need to buy this or you need to buy that. The latest iPhone just dropped, and you might want to have that, or a pair of some J's came out, you want to buy some J's. But listen, do you want to buy that stuff right now, and be satisfied right now, or would you rather delay that gratification? And that's what I'm trying to think right now. So and that even goes into delayed gratification. If you can master holding off for something that you want now for something that you want later, you will probably be a lot happier tomorrow, or just in general. I think that the diligent really will prosper in this life. Remember, you want to try to value in living on less than you make. Don't spend everything that you earn. So if you are making $60,000 a year, don't try to buy a house that's going to cost you more than half that. Don't buy a house don't buy a car that's going to cost you $40,000. Don't buy a $40,000 car when you make $60,000, and then you got your house payment, you got insurance, you know, and you got just all these other expenditures, and it's going to leave you with nothing. Really think about, you know, how much money you make, and then whatever decisions you make, you want to make sure that they are wise financially. You know, let's make wise financial decisions. And you know, if you have a car, you know, maybe try thinking about paying the car off with cash. You know, and I know a lot of people, you know, I still get a little flack for telling people that they should buy cars with cash, but I mean, I truly think that cars are, you know, they're not assets, in my opinion. Cars are just, you know, I think they're liabilities, and they're here to get you from point A to point B, you know. So if you're gonna get cars, I suggest you buy them with your cash. You know, you don't gotta be the most fancy car, you know, you don't gotta impress nobody. You know, in the financial world, they say keeping up with the Joneses, which is also something else I've been learning, and I think that we shouldn't try to keep up with the Joneses. You know, we should, you know, really focus on what's in our pockets. You know, sure, if you drive a Toyota or a Honda, it's not going to be looking all fancy, but you know, you're going to be saving a lot of money in the long run. You paid it in cash. You don't have monthly bills to pay on. That way, that's something, that's just more money that you could save. Once again, I'm just going to say we should focus on trying to live on less than we make. You know, if you spend $60,000, don't try to live in a place that's going to cost you $50,000 or $65,000. You know, we got to make sure that we're saving our money. Pay yourself first and live below your means. It's not as bad as it sounds, but you know, we just got to be honest financially, and we just got to be honest with ourselves. Okay, we don't have anything to prove. Let's live and enjoy what we have, and you know, we'll be happy with that. And just remember, it's not forever, it's only temporary. You know, as we get older, you know, as we get better in our careers, our incomes are probably going to be changing. Our incomes are going to be going up. You're going to be making more money. And when you make more money, you want to try to remember, just because you make more money does not mean that you need to spend more money. You'll have more options knowing that you have more money saved, and that you cut back. So if you start making $100,000 a year, if you really go into that still with the mentality of you still making that $60,000 a year, I think it'll be just fine, you guys. You know, you don't have to buy a bigger house because you're making more money. If you could just stay where you're at, you know, and still, you know, cut back on small expenditures that aren't really providing you value, I think you're gonna be saving a lot more money. But I'm just kind of rambling at this point, y'all. But hopefully you guys like this video. You know, anything too crazy, but I'm gonna be trying to continue on this journey and learning more about money. And I'm hoping that I can share with you guys anything that I've been learning. So if you're kind of new and getting into money just like me, then I think you guys would also love this information. But yeah, I hope you guys are watching. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a like or a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stick around and see what more videos I got to offer, and hit the bell icon if you want to see any more videos coming out from me. It really helps, guys, support the channel. And yeah, that's all. I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.